Number two is my client, John and Stephen Greens. They are both brothers. They recently got money from their father inherently, and wants to start a business with this money, and now they are concerned about the structure of the business. They can easily do a partnership business and equally share the profits, but there is some consequences in partnership business, like in business there is no difference between the owner and the business owner and the business. And the partnership, there is no real filing or paperwork outside of permit and the license that are required, and that are required, and that their business has little insulations or shelved from their personal liabilities and assets. And the risk is something happens with their business, and that your personal assets are in jeopardy, meaning for instance your personal account, your savings, your homes, thing like that. Those are what you want to protect by having a separate business entity. And the business its own individual entity, they consider like partnerships, and having the protection, what's called the corporate well or shell, that protect your personal assets, which is followed by the uh, private limited company. And there is nothing, or the corporation, there is nothing that would protect you if you're a partner. So you open up yourself and all that you have and you work would be open up to the business liability, and which is really risky structure for your property business. And if you want to like think about the futures, and then I think that should be better, the private limited company. And the private limited company can sell share to general public, but they can share, and they can sell to within uh, the people they know. The 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 transfer of the share is easily done. If they wants to leave, they can give it. But if the director failed to meet, like no, before that, the shareholder are not liable for the debt of the company, and cannot sue by the company's director. But if the director failed to meet their legal obligation, they have been held personally liable for the debts of company's debt. And partnership has to rely on the bank or private lender, whereas the private limited company can obtain the capital or the money from selling the shares, or from selling the shares. And another thing is perpetual succession can take place. It does not matter if an individual die or want to exit, the business will run by its own. And and for the formation of the business, like if you want to the setting up of the business, have to lodge with the ASIC, and make sure that identical name is not included in the national business name register. And register the business name does not provide the ownership, and the yeah, the business name does not provide the ownership or legal protection of the business. And trademark will protect legally in the business. And private limited company needs to obtain 9 digit of a ACN number, like Australian company number, which is written in every invoice publication and the office documents. And ABN numbers with 11 digit used for the tax purpose. So I would recommend the Green Brothers. Possibly best way for them is to set up business as private limited company and operate under small proprietor, because they are new business, though they had past experience, and still they can get benefit, a cost benefit, rather than not doing the large property. And there is some criteria as well, I think, that will not meet, like they did not cross, like it has to be the operating uh, and operating income has to be like cross the 25 millions. But I think they will not cross it, and yeah, the amount and employees has to be like more than 50. I think that's not possible recently, because they only wants to start with, maybe start with the what 3 million they have now. What say this told me. And as if and as it's not the problems, or as it's not the problem, two or more people can set up a private limited company, and John and Steven may own its half of the share in the company, and offer other close friend or family members to buy the shares. As a result, they can raise up their capital of the business. And the reason behind behind selecting the MBA is over partnership is the simply the best thing is asset protection, because the property business is very risky and has to deal with many people's. uh, Thank you.